Yo, what is good, Browns Nation? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have some more breaking news, highlights, notes, observations. Just another day here in Cleveland Browns camp before they head out and play in the Hall of Fame game, which I'm going to be live streaming. If you guys want to watch that game with me, make sure you guys do me a favor before we get into the big details of this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button so we can get this video out to more Browns fans out there. Subscribe to the channel so you guys can be notified every time we, cover the NFL. I mean, free agency, any trades that take place, training camp, preseason, regular season. I'm going to cover it all. So this is the place to be. And I love covering the Browns because they're such an underrated team. I feel like they really are a dark horse to win it all this year. And that's why I've been covering them a lot this summer. And I'm going to continue to do so throughout the season. I'm very interested to see how they go about this year. Now, let's get into the video. The number one thing I want to talk about, or the first thing I want to talk about, I should say, is Cameron Mitchell, a guy who they drafted in the 5th round, is starting to have a very good camp. Yesterday in 11-on-11s, he picked off Deshaun Watson and took it to the house. So he's a guy that I see when I look at this team, and I think he could be someone who, is not going to be a day one starter, but I think they can utilize him and he can be a contributor, when someone needs a break or if there's an injury where someone misses a week or two. I think Cameron Mitchell can be a plug-and-play starter, but I think he also provides a lot of depth and the ability to have solid potential as a 5th round draft pick. Had a good practice yesterday, and we'll see if he can continue to do so, and we'll see if he can stand out here in the Hall of Fame game. And now we do know that Kellen Mond will be starting at quarterback for the Browns, which is fine. I'm actually kind of excited to see what he can bring as their quarterback. Probably going to see a little bit of Dorian Thompson-Robinson, maybe Joshua Dobbs. I maybe doubt it though, but I'm excited for this first preseason game because I want to see more of Anthony Schwartz. I want to see David Bell. Hopefully Cedric Tillman can get some burn. Michael Woods, Dalen Baldwin. I want to see a lot of these guys play. Austin Watkins, who they signed a couple of days ago. Probably not going to see any of the main guys, or if you do, probably won't be too long. But I definitely am excited for this game, man. I will be live streaming it. I'm excited to see who kind of stands out because a guy like Anthony Schwartz, man, if he doesn't play good over the next few weeks, I mean, he could be out of a job. So it's going to be very important for them. But overall, in this practice, Donovan Peoples-Jones, who you see right there, he had a good day in a 2-minute offense. The Browns are doing, like I said, a 2-minute drill in 11-on-11s. Deshaun Watson fired a bullet to Donovan Peoples-Jones to the sideline, helping set up a 44-yard field goal in the 2-minute drill. So Donovan Peoples-Jones has been someone who's been utilized a good amount over the past few days as Amari Cooper is starting to ramp back up from that injury that he was dealing with. We all know, how good Elijah Moore has been throughout camp. He continues to impress. I don't really have to say it too much because, he's just been amazing. Like I said, Kevin Stefanski after practice set up that Kellen Mond would be the starter, giving him a couple of 2-minute drills. And during those 2-minute drills, Kellen Mond showcased a good amount. I think he found Cedric Tillman on a couple of passes. So that duo we should see a lot this weekend, or not even this week. I think it's Thursday, right? So I think that should be fun. Marquise Goodwin is still someone who I think he's been practicing a little bit more, but I don't think he's fully ready to go just yet. And then defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz said that he wants his unit to lead the league in effort and appreciates the leadership by not only Myles Garrett, but Zadarius Smith, Dalvin Tomlinson as well. These guys have been, the focal point of this front seven, and obviously they might be one of the best pass or rush defenses in the entire NFL, as well as a pass rush as well. So I mean, they're insanely talented along that front seven, and they continue just to show leadership and continue to get better over training camp period. We also heard a little bit from offensive coordinator Alex Van Pelt, who had a lot of high word or good words to say about Elijah Moore, about Cedric Tillman, Dalen Baldwin. He said all of them thus far have been amazing so far at camp. He said offensive tackle James Hudson has become a much better player, and they're thinking he could really take a jump this season, which is something that they want to see. A backup left tackle, he can provide some depth, provide some competitiveness to the second unit. So I think that is going to be something to take note of. Mike Ford is a guy who I think got injured during a kickoff drill. Hopefully he can get back into the rhythm, get back into the swing of things here over camp. I think Greg Newsome also left with some point of injury or some sort of injury. I think he should be fine. Denzel Ward was, getting a lot of reps in the slot, due to that fact. So I think, I've said this throughout the entirety of the offseason. They're showing a lot of versatility in the secondary, a lot of guys switching in and out of different positions, and I think that's going to make them very dynamic when it comes to the start of the season. So I'm excited for that as well. Jordan Akins still remains out with an injury. Hopefully he can get back sooner rather than later. But man, we are having a couple of great days here for the Cleveland Browns training camp period, and we're ramping up for the start of the Hall of Fame game, and that's something I'm excited for. Like I said, I will be streaming that game. I'm excited for it. If you guys want to watch that game with me live on the channel, make sure you guys join the family. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, and also check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys like doing fantasy drafts, if you guys like doing higher or lowers, make sure you guys do that. I'm going to be doing it almost every single Sunday, maybe Thursday, Mondays too. I'm going to have some content out for that. So make sure you guys check that out. Use my promo code in the description, and we can play all year. It's going to be a great time. But hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy, and if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.